This is going to be a walkthrough and directions for Article of the Week number 3. So by now, you should have a pretty good grasp on how to do the Article of the Week and how to get to it. But just in case you don't, this should be something like what your course looks like when you log in. Just a reminder that your upcoming assignments are over here off to the right. Okay, so for the Article of the Week, you click on the Article of the Week folder. And then we're going to go to Article of the Week 3. Yours will probably look a little bit different than mine because by now you should have some of these things grayed out where you can't submit them anymore because it's past the due date. So you're going to see here the notes. So just urging you to read the directions and everything and watch this video. So please do both of those things. And it's going to give you the due date, which is October the 2nd. All right, so for the assignment itself, you're going to have a Google Doc, same as the way that we've been doing. And it's going to make me log in. So I'm going to pause for a second and do that. Okay, so we're back. So this is going to be Article of the Week number 3, and this is about things getting more expensive, which is something that you'll all be very familiar with as you begin working and making bank. So the article here comes from a guy named Christopher Ingram. And if you want to learn more about him, you can click this link here. Okay. But so the headline is, the things we really need are getting more expensive. Other stuff is getting cheaper. Why? So the article itself is going to be kind of an examination of why prices change over time. And there's a nice graph here that gives you all of the information you need. So you can see in this graph that textbooks, college tuition, they've really gone up in price. Childcare has gone up in price, healthcare, food and beverage, and housing, while things like cars, household furnishings, cell phone service, software, and TVs have all gone down. Okay, and the article is just going to give you some more information about why that has happened. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is the same thing that we do with every article of the week, is we're going to read it and annotate it. So, and you can do any of these 5 kinds of annotations. Okay, identify an unknown word, express an opinion, identify main idea, activate prior knowledge, or identify appeals to ethos, pathos, and logos. Okay, so just kind of review what each of these things is. When you define an unknown word, all you're going to do is highlight it. So if, let's say, I don't know what a sociologist is, I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to come over here, and this little box will pop up when I highlight something, and I'm going to click Add Comment, and that's going to open up to where I can make an annotation. So if I want to define sociologist, I'll just type it in, sociologist definition, okay? And it's going to give me a definition here, an expert in student of the development, structure, and functioning of human society. So I can come back over here and I can just type that definition. So define word, an expert in human, what was the rest of it? I don't remember. In human society. Okay. And then that's going to give me my first annotation. Okay, so that's define an unknown word. Express an opinion. That can just be that saying I agree or I disagree with this and why. Okay, what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to just highlight it and then write agree in like one word response. You won't get credit for that. Okay, identify main idea. So you're just going to take a paragraph or a section of a paragraph and you're just going to write the main idea of that paragraph in your own words. Right? So for this paragraph, describing the chart, since 1996, the prices of food and clothing have increased by close to 60%, faster than the pace of inflation. Costs of healthcare and childcare have more than doubled. So I might just highlight that. And if I want to write that main idea in my own words, I'm going to write main idea, and then I'm going to just express that idea in my own words. So important things have gotten very, and I want to use all caps because that's how I know it's going to be important, expensive. Okay. And again, the point of annotation is just to kind of help make notes so that when we come back and look at the article, we've already picked out the important ideas. We don't have to do the whole thing again. If we activate prior knowledge, that might just be that I know something about that topic already. Okay. For many Americans, in other words, that shiny new flat screen is now more within reach financially. Okay. So maybe I already know that. So maybe I say, I just bought a new TV and it was on sale for $200. Okay, so that's an example of introducing my own knowledge into the article, right? So something that I know about. Next is identify ethos, pathos, and logos. So this article has a lot of statistics in it, okay? And it also has a lot of direct quotes, and, the graph itself, paints a pretty logos picture, right? So you just highlight any of those things. And just to review, ethos is credibility. So if they have an expert that's talking, that would be a good place to look for an ethos appeal. Pathos is an emotional appeal. So if they have anything that is worded to make you feel something very strongly, then that's an example of pathos. And for logos, if they offer any statistics or chains of logic, like if-then statements, then that's an example of logos. So after you've done your annotations, I'm just going to get rid of my annotations that I added here. After you've done your annotations, you come down to the bottom and you answer these questions, right? So identify one example of logos, appeal to logic or statistics used by the author. Okay, so in this case, it might be, this $120,000. It might be $1.3 trillion. It might be any of the percentages that they offer up here about how much things have gone up in price. It might be that graph itself. Okay, so you're just looking for examples of logos. And then you're going to do a direct quotation. So a direct quotation is just any time that they quote something that somebody else is saying in the article. And then you're going to tell me if you think this person is credible. So are they an expert? Do they have firsthand knowledge or anything like that? Should we listen to them? Should we believe them? That's what I mean when I say, is this person credible? And why? Why do you think the person is credible? And then down here at the bottom where the essay is, you're going to write a well-developed essay in which you discuss the author's argument that America is a place where luxuries are cheap and necessities costly. Do not use the words I believe or I think. Again, we're going to use the word should, okay, here if we want to make a statement like that. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to say the author uses statistics to show that important goods like education are becoming more expensive. The reader can see from the graph that, and that's it. Okay, and you're just going to keep writing like that until you give me a good paragraph. And I don't mean like a 2-sentence paragraph or anything like that. I don't even mean a 5-sentence paragraph. I mean a good paragraph, solid paragraph with good grammar and good sentence structure and all of that stuff. That's what I'm looking for here. Okay, that is how you do Article of the Week 3. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them. I know that you should be getting better at this by now. But I know there's still probably going to be mistakes that are being made. So just do the best you can, and I'll do the best I can to work with you. Okay? All right, guys. Have a good day.